What's up? Welcome back everybody to the Austrian playthrough here, where we're going to tech up because we're receiving, well, we're so far behind that this stuff is -10, and I am actually going to be patient here on the admin technology though, however, as we still have this Treviso province to core up. We still have the Byzantine influx for 23 years of reduced technology costs, so that's good. Our aggressive expansion is still up there, which is really unfortunate because there is a possibility that we could attack Florence shortly if this war between France and Provence continues without France backing him up. The problem is if we took Umbria and Anconia, or Ancona, forgive my pronunciation, that would definitely be too much aggressive expansion spent. Without a doubt in my mind, we would have all of the Italians outraged with us. But I am going to fabricate on them, which hopefully is not caught. A general. A general! We've already been in this situation once before. No. I can't afford to, I really want to complete this mission, which is obtain 50 prestige, because that will give us 1 stability, and one thing that I've actually been really slack on, and I highly regret for taking this general last time, was delaying this mission, which we would have already easily completed. And the reason is because we need the missions to improve relations with the electors to actually gain a bonus to Imperial authority. That was actually one mistake that I genuinely think was a mistake that I shouldn't have done, and I regret doing it. So we're not going to further delay that buff, and I'm not going to cancel my mission either. I really want that stability. So there we go. Our legitimacy is back up to 100 though, so that's good. What was I saying? I think I was saying that I will attack Florence if that will actually break the alliance between them and France here, which I'm not sure it will, and hopefully we don't get caught fabricating because yeah, aggressive expansion, what more can I say? And there we are, caught fabricating, so that is not good at all. And there's no way in hell I'm going to declare war on them in that case. Let's go ahead and turn the speed up. France is neutral or an ally at this point, but I feel like the alliance will not last much longer. I'm turning the speed up to 5 because I don't think with this amount of aggressive expansion that we're going to be going to war anytime soon. Another war we could declare, of course, is on Denmark over Holstein, but we would require this here first before we can do that. Still saving that rival slot, because I really want to use it on France if he rivals us. Hey, there we finally have an heir, and he's not too bad. I'm pretty content with that heir. The fact that he's got 5 military is good, because we're hurting with our 1 military at the moment. Inflation reduction advisor is also great. Truce with the Papal State is up, but obviously we can't be taking that right now. That will be the final province that we bring into, or that we go to war with in order to bring it into the Empire. Yeah, we will royal marriage France, as we can get rid of that royal marriage and the diplo slot if they by actually rivaling them. That's how we can get rid of that, so it's not much of an issue. I think this is the first moment in this game where I don't really feel like there is any obvious action we could be taking. I really don't feel comfortable with time ticking by though. We could fight this war. Our manpower is certainly high enough to be fighting a war. So we could release a nation here, but we've got a truce with Switzerland. How long does that last? 11 years, that's a long time. So we could be fighting this war. That would actually, we'd be fighting our elector, Mainz. Don't really feel comfortable with that. And that would just be to bring Augsburg onto the map, I think. I'm actually gonna refrain from doing that. Oops. It just occurred to me that I might be tempted to bring this land into the Empire. That is 3 Imperial authority. It might be worth it to acquire that more quickly and to actually go to war against Denmark. Hey, Corsica's on the map. Cool. And Venice took that province. Damn it, that's quite annoying. But it's okay. Corsica being up though is nice. All of a sudden we're losing more per month, and that has to do with this province here, Bavaria, being owned by Venice. Very annoying. Nine-year truce with Venice as well. So our options are pretty limited right now. No! I was hoping there was a mission there to improve relations with one of the electors. But at least we will gain reputation from this. And at least it's a mission which is doable. So it appears as though nations outside the Empire consistently, they could not care less. That's how it appears in regards to demanding Imperial territory, they just don't care. Whereas nations inside the Empire, if they take more than one province, then they're quite likely to hand one of those provinces over. Aragon still has that personal union over Naples, and we're kind of hoping that the Iberian wedding doesn't happen for a little while, because when I begin to expand, and I'm not so concerned about aggressive expansion, I plan to go into the Iberian Peninsula through Italy. So it would be much easier if they were sort of split or divided rather than united. I hate you, Venice. I hate him so badly. Turns out, though, that we will be able to attack Venice, and that will bring us into war with Florence. Maybe that is the easier way. Or if we are at war with Florence, we could just annul his treaties with France as a peace deal. So things are, they're okay. We're okay. I'm going to go ahead and spend some of our gold here in these two provinces because they produce more tax income than the others. And I can't bear this doing nothing at all. I am actually going to add these provinces to the empire. I have no self-control. I really want that CB. Our manpower's getting up there, and it's the perfect time to go to war while our aggressive expansion is high. It's the perfect time to go to war against Denmark. I feel like we would be able to crush him, considering how strong we are with our Burgundian inheritance, Austria. I feel like we'd be able to crush him as long as his military tech was not better than ours. And by crush him, I mean take everything on the mainland, and therefore that should be enough if we win battles and have his war exhaustion and his enthusiasm lower. Should be enough to return Holstein. Muscovy's doing quite well. That's interesting. Here's Rizan as an ally. If I could personal union at a whim any nation, I think it would be Muscovy. I think that's the dream, is the personal union over Muscovy. Because like I said, I really... Damn you, Bavaria. Why you do this? Okay, we finally have the mission which will improve the rate that we gain Imperial authority. I think we're gonna have to go to war here against Bavaria. If it's going, yeah, it's gonna result in 2 other nations being up on the map. There's so many nations against us passing this vote, though. I know this overextension is affecting our reputation. We desperately need a reputation advisor. I'm gonna actually start booting these guys because I really want to be able to pass this, and I really desired that reputation from that mission. Oh, please don't give us expensive guys, please. I don't know what else we can do to actually influence whether they're gonna vote for us or not, to be honest. Looks like Mecklenburg, Lüneburg, Oldenburg, and Bar all they're not allied to us, and they are the ones who are voting for it. Everybody else is against. That doesn't really make much sense to me. Gosh, we're getting low on money here. I'm gonna lower the army maintenance. Come on, please, we need a statesman. No! I am not at all pleased. I am not at all pleased. I'm going to switch my focus to Diplo. And the reason is because I want to rush down influence ideas. Okay. Okay, we need one more vote. Perhaps we can persuade the Palatinate to vote for us with improving relations. Who else? Perhaps Nuremberg. They are friendly with us. Ah, beautiful. That stability. So, what I was about to say is I think it is worth that we fight a relatively difficult war here. It is going to be relatively difficult because of all of his little allies, and it's going to piss off our ally mains, but I think it's going to be worth it in order to release two different nations, independent nations, because that may result in probably 0.01 imperial authority, which adds up. But I'm not going to war for this reason here. I wanted to pass this, which you cannot do at war, so there we go. The first one has been passed. 1 out of 8. But of course 7 is the dream. We just want to reach 7, that's all. We don't need to go all the way. Okay. It's wartime. He's got a tech above us, and so does he, means... Oh boy. Ah, look at that. All of our allies will help us. There we go. Should not be too difficult after all. I'm just going to wait for my morale to restore. You know what? Let's declare this war first. One of his little allies is not going to help him, and he's a little bit distracted, being at war with the Livonian Order. It's a perfect time to do it. I don't even think that we need any allies, but we can call them in. If it is desired at a later date. We don't want to be using those favors if we can help it. I'm secretly hoping, by the way, that Bavaria just gets wrecked by somebody else and that somebody demands them to return cores or release nations, as that often does have a tendency to happen from my experience. Nations who are doing well within the empire have a tendency to just get wrecked by the rest of the nations. Bavaria into Onspach. He just doesn't stop. Oh well, that's one more we can liberate. Nice, good stack wipe there. According to this, Denmark's forces are trivial compared to ours, so that's perfect. I keep checking the unlawful territory, because a lot changes inside the Empire. Want to make sure we're on point. So, by the way, one reason I'm focusing Diplo is that I actually want to reach our first idea as fast as humanly possible to gain that 10% increased Imperial authority. And of course we're going to need 1200 Diplo to do that. The other reason is because I want this reduced aggressive expansion impact, which is, 1600. For obvious reasons, because we've only taken a small amount of what we need to take ultimately, and you can see we're pretty limited right now by the aggressive expansion. And time's ticking. Time is ticking. As long as Denmark keeps feeding these one stacks, I'm going to take them. We can piece Bremen out as soon as that has been sieged. Or in fact, I might just keep it for the war score actually. Because I'm not going to be able to take any other forts apart from this province here. I didn't mean to cap out my Diplo, by the way. Wow, he's got a total of 7,000 in there. Ah, Norway's no longer under personal union with him. Interesting. It's strange how Norway is independent and Sweden isn't. I didn't realize that I was only fighting one of them though. Okay, that's 10 years, so unfortunately that's unacceptable. Now Denmark is our rival. If we could actually humiliate him, that would be ideal. But I don't see how we're going to gain enough war score to do that, as well as release Holstein. It only gave us 0.01, that 10%, that's what it appears to be. Oh gosh, creating a proper fleet. We have so much coast up here. I don't like that. I don't want to spend copious amounts of money on that. I don't really intend to be using a fleet at the moment. Mainz is voting for Bavaria, but if we break their alliance from each other as our victory with Bavaria, that will coax him to actually vote for us, hopefully, I suppose. That's expensive, but probably worth. Oh gosh. Well, that's how much I value our Diplo power. I'm gonna go ahead and permanently lose one mercantilism there. Do our best to keep them loyal. We can spend prestige, there's no harm in that. Manpower modifier is pretty darn nice as the Emperor, I would say, as we have a huge pool of manpower which we intend to utilize. Gaining almost 500 each month, that's not too bad. I wonder, do I have CB against Glare? Because we could release a nation from him. Right? Cleaves. No, I don't, but I could just claim. And I think I will do that. We want to do our very best. To be the best emperor possible. Oh, okay, if we're lucky, we could declare on Bavaria and not actually have Mainz be involved in the war with us. That would be ideal. Give me your money, fool. Perfect. That was at one time the only remaining province that was destined to be inside the Empire, which wasn't. But now the darn Venetians have taken more land. So we're keeping a close eye on that. That will be our next war, but let's hope that Mainz will not defend him. I don't like any of these missions. I don't really understand this casus belli, this idea of forcing them to be a monarchy instead of a republic. I don't really understand the pull. I mean, I suppose maybe if you're trying to PU them or something, that's only possible as a monarchy. But I'm thinking about declaring on Milan to actually release Parma, whilst he has no allies. I think I might go ahead and do that actually. Because it should be easy. It would come down to how fast we can siege his capital. Well, Parma has now been sieged by Genoa. So actually, never mind. That would probably not be a good use of our time. Can't do it right now. It's all about Bavaria. Okay, we're still holding on to that alliance with France, which is surprising, honestly. I didn't think we would be able to. Ah, there it is. There it is. Excellent. Let's do it. So we should be able to release at least 3 provinces. Independent little one province minor nations, which is great. And we didn't break our alliance with Mainz, which is also great. And we should be able to annul his treaties with Mainz, which means hopefully we can gain Mainz's vote for ourselves. Go ahead and try to siege out their capital city. 10% more Imperial authority each month resulted the same way in 0.01 per month. I'm tempted to make my ruler a general, but if he was to die right now, that would be what, 7 years of regency? Whoa! Somehow Milan won. I didn't expect that. He was fighting solo against Aragon, Naples and Genoa. Wow. That's madness. I think I'll be declaring on him here over Parma. That's what I'm interested in. I'm not so much interested in Genoa as long as Genoa is an actual nation. I'm not too bothered. I'm tempted to turn the speed up, but I should be smarter than that actually. Their military tech is better than mine, so it would probably be best if we could simply avoid taking battles entirely. Now you can see the reward for this is gaining 10% Imperial authority, but unfortunately I don't think that it stacks. I really wish that it did, because it's quite hard to be the Emperor nowadays. But you can see, I think the buff lasts approximately 10 years, I think. So doing it now will extend the amount of time that we will have it. That's a lot of Venetian nobles. I don't think we're going to be utilising that claim as we can't afford the aggressive expansion. Our aggressive expansion is reducing though. Probably another 3-4 years and it will be time to expand. Obviously I want that negative 20%. The mighty Poland, man, dang. He grows. We're going to take that for the moral of armies and the army tradition. Brilliant. Really nice. That was a lot of money, man. I'm loving it. Can put that money towards industry. Wait, whoa, wait. Oh my lord. We could bring in 3 allies, one being Hungary. Okay, their tech is 4. And ours is almost 5, Hungary's is 5. Okay. I really hope they don't call in Poland right here, but we're gonna duke it out with them if they do. Great. Time to call in the cavalry. Well, this is a much larger war than I ever intended this to be. France is attacking Aragon. Give me that unlawful territory. Palatinate's back on the map. So we actually lost an elector there. That's interesting. I think probably throwing that elector on Corsica is a good idea. Because he's friendly with me. And I suspect that in this area he will probably remain Catholic. He's likely to avoid the sort of Protestant Reformation over here, at least more likely than in the midst of Germany. So let's go ahead and make him an elector. I don't see why not. He will get a lot of aggressive expansion against us, more so than others, but I still stand by my logic. Let's do it to him. Nice. See, we're getting his vote even though he's not an ally or anything like that. I'm going to keep Wittenberg for the war score. rather than piece them out, because I don't intend to piece out Poland anytime soon. So that can contribute to the war score. Where's this guy going? Oh my dear lord. I hate you, Poland. I hate you, why do you do this? This is gonna be a big battle in farmlands. Oh, wow, we were able to tick up this month. Now we can't grab our superior unit there because it will reduce our morale. Let's go ahead and grab this discipline advisor, even though he's really expensive. That could help us in this battle as well. Come on, reinforcements. Here comes Hungary to save the day. Brilliant. Get destroyed, fool. Okay, I think we're in the safe zone here to upgrade our units and have low morale for the time being. Damn it. I really want Wolfsburg on the map again. Now that's going to cost Diplo points to release that nation, but I still think it's worth. We can see East Frisia has been occupied by Brunswick, and that's good at the end of the day. That just means one more province in the empire. This has become a huge hit on our manpower, unfortunately, but that's just how it goes. If we siege these 4, there we go, forts up, then perhaps we can go ahead and end the war at that stage. Doesn't look like the Polish-Lithuanian troops are sieging any of our forts, so here's just hoping we can finish these 3 and call it a wrap. I should be using my diplomats though. This has been a longer episode here. I am aiming for about 30 minutes an episode, but I don't really want to end, if I can help it, in the midst of a war like this. It would be much more satisfying if we can finish this war up. It just occurred to me, if you guys didn't realize, that France won't back up Florence right now. And yeah, our aggressive expansion is getting lower, and if we can grab this, which we should be able to grab shortly, that would reduce the amount of aggressive expansion that we receive, obviously. So I think our next war is going to be against Florence and Venice over these 2 provinces, and then we're only going to have to declare 1 war, most likely against Venice in the future, and 1 final war against the Papal State, who we ought to not have a truce with. Okay, there we go. One last thing though. No, okay. Mainz is... we annulled the treaty the other way, right? I don't know. So we're done here. That's 3 Little dudes back on the map. I'm loving it. Good stuff. I think maybe we need to wait till next month to see how it affected the Imperial Authority, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's check it out next month. Giving us one more a month. It was worth, I suppose. It's hard. Hard yakka, but it was worth. Probably a good time to declare this war whilst Venice has rebels as well. So let's do it. We're on our own for this one. I suspect that we're really going to be hurting for manpower. Venice is he's always an issue, obviously, because we simply cannot get onto Venetia unless somebody aids us against him at sea. Great, Hungary will join. That ought to make things a little bit easier. So let's improve relations with Italians. And of course the dream against separate piecing Venice here is to bring that inside the Empire. It's the minimum. Bring Bavaria inside the Empire. So he's got one fort here on the mainland, and honestly I think that might be it. Hungary's going to help us here in Treviso, and that should be enough to slaughter him. Our war exhaustion is actually a lot higher than I thought it was, but that's okay, that will have to do. What am I thinking? Guys, I'm getting way too distracted. This has been an episode here. Forgive me. This was a long episode and I completely forgot to end it, which I should have done after I pieced out Bavaria. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.